Extreme Rules, everybody. Welcome. This pay-per-view tonight. A lot of things happen on this show tonight. Where do we begin? First off, I didn't really see the pre-show match. I saw the end of the pre-show match with Kalisto winning, beating Apollo Crews. I saw a little of it, most of the end. It looked like it was a pretty good match. I'll say that, but I don't know. This feud still makes no sense with this Titus brand crap. So that's all I wanted to just keep from there and move on from it. I still don't know where they're going with that feud. Dean Ambrose went against the Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. If Dean Ambrose gets disqualified, he will lose the belt. And this match, which I did enjoy this match, even though I thought it was a little bit overbooked, because it's like, somebody told me this on Twitter night, why didn't just Maurice just have Miz slap him at the beginning and the match would have been over and he just gets the belt from there? Because, you know, a lot of this match in the beginning was just kind of meh at first. It was just kind of basic stuff. And, you know, when it kind of got near the end of it, it's like I said, for the Maurice slap, thought it was going to work, but why would you wait to the end of the match? You could have did that at the beginning. You would have won the title already. And it mostly was Miz doing his best to get Ambrose disqualified or push him into the referee, which he thought he was going to get disqualified and the crowd bought into it. But Miz was able to get the skull-crushing finale and win in, what is this, the 7th time he's got the Intercontinental title. Like, my God, that belt revolves around him more than Jericho, really. Which he'll probably, I don't know, maybe it'll be Jericho's record amount of times. I don't know. Okay, holding that belt. But I don't know, people just thought Ambrose needed to lose the belt because it just kind of got too wacky. He's only defended it like 3 times under 150 something days. And I don't know, people think he's got, I don't know where the lazy thing comes in from. I don't really buy that. And yes, I do agree he's gotten too wacky half the time. He's the comedian out there, the comedian Dean Ambrose, not the lunatic fringe. But I thought it was a good match. I'll give it that. And everything. I don't know why Miz needs another title reign. We're just putting his belt in this guy many times. But hey, 7. Sasha Banks and Rich Swann winning against Alicia Fox and Noam Dar. You know, I've said before about Sasha in the Raw reviews that they have demoted her to cruiserweight level now. But I will say one thing. Rich Swann and Sasha won, so Rich Swann even got the pin with the Phoenix Splash. And hey, you can actually win in your hometown for once. The face can actually win in his hometown. So, I'll give them that. And I was actually surprised that he did win in his own hometown. Well, Baltimore, he did get a big pop out there. So, I am actually glad Rich Swann, you know, so for once, somebody in their hometown can get a win and go over. Instead of doing this whole, you have to lose every time you go in your hometown. Because it's gotten so predictable nowadays, so it's like you lose in your hometown no matter what. But the match was what it was. Sasha and Swann got the win. They did a dance right after it too, so that was pretty good. So it's just kind of whatever, really. I don't know. I hope this feud ends after this because this feud has made no sense. I don't know why Sasha Banks has been demoted to this from the title, and you know we're getting the worst things that have to do with the women in a second. But I don't know, they really got to get her up there. Elias Sampson was in the ring and saying to Baltimore, "Who wants to walk with him?" I thought he was gonna have a match, but he just got out there to get heat, I guess. So I don't know. Next was the worst god awful match of the night. The Alexa Bliss versus Bayley in a kendo stick on a pole match, which they have booked Bayley so freaking bad that people now boo at Bayley. Baltimore was not messing with her. And even I was actually surprised to see Bayley booed out there. But then again, you put her on Raw and they have booked her as into a moron. And yeah, they did a lot of references from Tommy Dreamer and Sandman throughout the whole night. And I even read from Taz on Twitter tonight saying that this is the most non-violent, or uneventful, non-violent Kane matches he's ever seen. First of all, this match was god-awful. This match was horrible. This was shit. You thought the whole This Is Your Life thing was god-awful on Monday. This was just worse. First off, this match was barely 5 minutes. This was a title match. It was barely 5 minutes. They immediately got the kendo stick off the pole. And I didn't agree at first when somebody told me Bayley is just an idiot tonight. But when Bayley got the kendo stick and acted like she was going to hit it and hit her, it's like she stood there for an eternity ready to hit Bliss. And Bliss finally just tackled to the ground. Like, she just stood there with the stick ready to swing. But it never happened. And this was very one-sided. Alexa was pretty much hit her with the stick multiple times. Bayley did a belly thing, but she tried to get the kendo stick, and Alexa Bliss just shoved her neck to the stick, and DDT was all that. My God, this was bad. I don't know why Bayley just kept hesitating with the stick. To be honest, I almost wish Sandman would have came out there to enter the Sandman with a beer, just smashing his head to the crowd and beating everybody up in the ring. I don't care if it was women or not. Beat everybody up. Announcers, referee, and I bet you that would have gotten a big pop out there. You want to see some with a kendo stick, get the Sandman to come out there. We'll go ECW style. This was god awful. This was the worst thing of the night. This is been a very bad feud. The This Is Your Life thing just did no favors. And I don't know. But both, I don't know, Bayley was just kind of getting booed coming out. Even in the back when her promo, she just kept getting booed. Alexa Bliss is pretty much standard entrance. You know, had the Jays and boos out there. But this was horrible. Anybody that can sit there and act like this is a good match must need a reality check and must have some serious problem. I thought people looked silly on Monday when people said that, oh, that was a great segment. That was Alexa Bliss A+ performance. She was great. She did good, dude. That whole segment was shit. With the only one person blaming that segment, you just blame Vince and Dunn for that one, creative, because whoever thought that was a good idea needs to be fired. But this match was just bad. This is, who cared? I was surprised it went that quick. You want to talk about Vince Russo style of booking? This is a Vince Russo booking. I don't even know if Vince Russo probably was in the back and maybe booked himself. I've been here, Vince Russo. They may be bringing him back. They said Russo's had contact with McMahon. And if he did this is, Jesus, this was bad. This was horrible. This was shit. Bayley like a moron. They've really made Bayley like a moron at this point, like an idiot. I didn't think the match would be so one-sided. And the kendo stick they had the camera up there one time from that angle, like one time. And the kendo stick was immediately down. So that was just bad. That was horrible. That was one of the worst things I saw this whole night. This is maybe I wouldn't say of all time, but this was just a very god awful match, and I'll leave this from here. But that was bullshit. That was the worst thing of the night. Adam Jones of the Baltimore Orleans, I thought was funny. He was dressed as Virgil out there in the crowd somewhere as IRS. One of the better matches of the night was one of the best ones of the night was the Hardys versus Sheamus and Cesaro in a cage match. But a lot of this didn't make sense near the end. This is a good match. Yes, it was. But one thing which was really weird was when Jeff Hardy escaped the cage first, left Matt to do it by himself. Matt tried to do his best to stop both of them, which you didn't need to stop one. You only could stop one of them at least from getting out. You could have let the other one go. But Matt somehow was just beating both of them up in the ring by himself as Jeff was out there. And they kept hitting Matt with a white noise off the top rope and all that stuff. And almost like he didn't sell it. Because he kind of got immediately back up. Because even I'm wondering, you could just let one through the door and everything. But it just didn't make sense coming in, especially the rules of this match. Okay, how are we getting out? Is Jeff's out first, but then Jeff comes back, does a whisper in the wind off the cage, but then it doesn't count anymore. It's like he already got out first, so it would have counted. So it didn't make any sense. And yes, Sheamus and Cesaro got out at the same time, but it's like Jeff Hardy had to get out again just to win the match. He had to do it again. It's like it should have counted as first because he got out the cage first. So a lot of this is very convoluted. And I guess the feud is just going to continue and stuff. And this is actually the first time the Hardys have lost ever since they came back. But when it just, the logic behind this of the cage and Jeff getting back in and out just kind of ruined the match in a way, and just didn't make a lot of sense. You're sitting there wondering, like, oh, okay, what is this now? I already got out the cage, now he's back in the cage, and now he's out of it again, so it just really strange. That just odd. Jeff had already got the cage first. So I think that left a big question mark on people's head. This didn't make a lot of sense. Neville winning against Austin Aries for the Cruiserweight title in a submission match, which was a good match. I don't think the crowd really cared that much. It was dead, and I saw that beach ball out there. And it was a good match, but I think this feud has just run its course at this point. That, first off, Raw ain't helping the Cruiserweight. We all know that. 205 is just shit. It's utter shit. And this match was still good. Aries was able to get the last chance on outside of the ring, but it didn't count, which I'm thinking this is a submission match. I don't know why countouts still count in this match, and Rule will just do everything to get the submission. But Neville was able to take out Aries then once he did his heat-seeking missile and miss. And he hit him with a red arrow, hit the rings of Saturn, and won that. Which was also kind of odd that some people thought it was a big FU to Aries, FU in camera. He smiled in the camera after he was sitting on the side and just kind of smiled at the camera like he corpsed or something. So, because even I'm wondering, what is Austin Aries going on from here? And then again, what other cruiserweight in the back is really going to go up and face Neville now? Because I don't know anybody else. I'd say Tozawa, but I heard that whole thing with Kendrick was just horrible. Perkins, I just don't care. Jack Gallagher already had a chance. I'd say Mustafa Ali if he can ever get out of whatever, some weird feud he's doing with Drew Gulak right now. I don't know. I just think this feud's run its course, and it was a good match. I just don't think people give a shit though about it. They just don't care about the cruiserweights. They just don't. I just thought it was odd that Aries just kind of smiling in the camera after it when they went to him at ringside, like corpses, something. Great Balls of Fire. That was a very horrible promo video, and it's just bad. Why did they name this that? But in the main event of Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, and Seth Rollins, whoever wins will become the #1 contender for the title against Lesnar. And let me say this right, this is supposed to be an Extreme Rules match, and nothing was extreme about this match. Alright, it really wasn't. But a good match though. Still a really good match. Everybody got their stuff in, and you know, and it got that, you know, moves, which I thought one thing was cool was Joe hitting the choke on Finn Balor and Roman Reigns spearing him through the barricade, which I kind of remember very vividly back in TNA years ago when he was choking Monty Brown, and Rhino speared him through a table, then both of them went through it. Reigns, not Roman Reigns, I thought it was cool in the end, which I remember, because a lot of it was double teams, #1. Mostly it was a lot of double team by Wyatt and Joe, which I'm getting to that in a second. And the only thing I really saw extreme out of this match, I thought one thing was cool was Seth Rollins hitting the frog splash off the top rope. But then again, all we really saw that was just a quick steel step spot, and like there were like maybe 2 chairs in the ring, but it did get a holy shit chant after that whole spear through the barricade stuff. And when it kind of came down to the stretch, Roman was taking out Seth, and he took out Finn, but Finn was able to hit the coup de grace, was about to win until Samoa Joe was able to hit the coquina clutch and actually win the match. Now, I did enjoy the match. Now, as for Joe winning this match, because I wonder, what did Joe really do in this match? Because a lot of this was him either teaming up with Bray Wyatt, which here's the thing I don't get with him teaming up with Bray Wyatt. You teamed up with Bray Wyatt almost for the past 3-4 weeks, beating up, double teaming everybody, and he keeps acting like surprised that Wyatt has turned on him again. Like, dude, how many times have you been turned on Wyatt now? It's like, it's almost like they made Joe look like a dope sometime when they've done that. You think Joe will learn, like, now, like, why am I still trusting this guy again if he keeps betraying me? Like, dude, you keep working with him and he keeps betraying you in the end. So why do you keep doing that? So, a lot of people thought Samoa Joe wasn't getting over, and I know a lot of people say on the internet that this is a dream match between, you know, Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar. They got a few weeks to build it up, but I really don't know how that's going to go. I don't want to say this is going to be a throwaway thing, because, you know, they can't send Golden Boy Roman in there right now to WrestleMania, of course. In my opinion, I thought Seth Rollins and Finn Balor was probably going to win the match. I know people aren't really with the Finn Balor idea because they say Brock and throw him around like it's nothing. I would have said Seth could have got it. Bray Wyatt, just come on, Bray Wyatt, come on, and stuff, because we see how they book Bray Wyatt. But Joe, I am somewhat surprised he won and everything. Now, do I think him and Brock Lesnar can have a good match? Yes, if they don't have Brock Lesnar spam almost 100 suplexes and doing that 5 and let Joe do 2 or 3 moves, then yeah, but I'm not really sure how to build Joe into this. I don't want to say he's going to be a one-off, one-feud type of thing until SummerSlam, because they said the original plan was Braun Strowman in the face, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam for the title. I don't really think Brock Lesnar will lose his belt with this great balls of fire. I feel bad for Joe because he has to fight, and I still am glad he got the title shot and everything and won the match, but it's still just real weird that he has to go against this great balls of fire, which is a horrible name of the pay-per-view. That's god awful. I don't care how much Jerry Lee Lewis say was listening to that day. That's a horrible pay-per-view name. Great balls of fire is horrible. And, you know, as for this entire show tonight, I think one of the really better things of the show, which I don't want to say it was a 2-match show, because one thing that was really great was the Fatal 5-Way match and the cage match. Alright, that was really one of the great things throughout this whole night. I want to say Miz and Ambrose. I just thought it was okay. That was a good match. I still think, in my opinion, it was a little bit overbooked in the end, but some majority of people out there Miz got the belt. Sasha Banks and Swan versus Alicia Fox and Ambrose, just like whatever. I don't really care, but I just got, for once, somebody in the hometown actually won. Aries and Neville, still good. It's just like, I just feel like the feud's run its course, and the crowd just doesn't give a fuck no more, in my opinion. The most god-awful thing of this entire night was the candlestick on the pole. I don't know what type of Vince Russo booking they did right here, which anything on a pole just never sound good in a match. This shit was god-awful. It was horrible. Bayley looked like a moron out there, and they have really killed that girl's momentum ever since she was brought back from NXT and put on Raw. It's been horrible. It's fucking shit. It's shit. So it's really not much to say about the pay-per-view. I just thought it was really 2 really great matches, in my opinion. Like I said, I like the cage match. It's just the whole rule thing with the whole Jeff getting out of the cage just really fucked the whole match up. But I still did enjoy the match, though, too. But main event was really good and was what it was. We'll see what they do with the Samoa Joe thing. We all have a lot of reactions. They will be posted up tonight and everything. So this is my review of Extreme Rules. I am out of here. I will see you guys later, and peace out.